my name is Khaled. I'm going to be doing some Memento combos for today. Let's get started. I'll be doing one card Fua. It's only one draw and it's starting with angwitch. So you would normal summon angwitch and then you search for zebra. And then zebra effect to dump goblin, sleepy and mace. You go angwitch target mace. At mace effect to search fusion. And then here you would go activate Memento Fusion to shuffle back the 3 names that you have already used. And now you would summon Creation King. Your opponent would draw 1 off this card so far. But then now you're going to go for your dump an Angwitch, a combined creation, and an Akhiron. Here you'd banish Memento Fusion and you're going to pop combined creation and you'll search Sleepy. Then you're going to trigger Akhiron to reborn because you popped the combined creation, and then you banish the search field spell. After, you're going to go Bone Party, pop the Akhiron, and search for Mace. And then here you're going to go Chain Link 1 field spell, Chain Link 2 Akhiron. You add back the Memento Fusion, and then you're going to reborn the Goblin, because it's a low level than the Akhiron. You activate Goblin, you're going to dump, for example, like 2 unique names, like Darkblade and Trihorn. And now you can freely summon this, putting back everything in the graveyard except for Sleepy. And then you're going to set this, end phase resets this, and you're going to pass. The reason why you're leaving Sleepy is because if anyone tries to like bestial the Trihorn that you want to leave in the graveyard, this is like this protects you from that. So in this line, like in your opponent's turn, you're going, when they activate a card or effect, you activate Combined Creation to reborn this. And you have this already in hand, so if they do summon any cards like Kashtira cards or any like problematic cards as first action, you always have the mace to protect yourself. So if this is going to reborn this, you don't activate its effect, you will activate Bone Party, and Bone Party is going to pop the Sleepy. You are then going to summon Trihorn Dragon, and now you'll activate Sleepy, which will dump you Gatic. Gatic can reborn itself, Gatic can add back the Sleepy, and now, to get some real value, you can go Sleepy effect to summon, Sleepy effect to fuse, you fuse with the Sleepy and Gag, and then you'll summon Twin. Twin effect will pop Trihorn, because this can pop any mental monster. And then here you're just going to search Goblin for protection for yourself, and then searching like a starter, like for example Angry. So now, you're going to go Trihorn, target the Twin Dragon, target both cards your opponent controls, it pops them, and then you can activate Twin Dragon to once again reborn a card like Sleepy. This way is like you've used this to pop that instead, and not just that you haven't really played into a bestial because Memento Fusion hasn't been used yet. Memento Fusion could have summoned the Twin Dragon if they hypothetically bestialed the Gatic, and then Sleepy could summon the Creation King later. But in this scenario, we're going to be leaving it for this. So now, when you activate the Memento Fusion, you have 2 of these cards for their turn, and you have this card for your follow-up. You can just shuffle back these 3 cards. And then summon Creation King. Creation King can dump cards that are like really strong in graveyard, for example Darkblade, Angwitch, and Akhiron. And then now your setup is really strong because if you go Creation King, pop both of these, you can willingly choose whether you want a field spell. Field spell is going to trigger an Akhiron, but you can choose whether you want to reborn Darkblade and Angwitch. So if you want more follow-up, it's Angwitch. If your opponent has a back row, you go for Darkblade and you have one of these 3 cards to pitch. Realistically, you're going to be using Mace as an interruption, so it's one of these. But if you do want more follow-up, you just reborn Angwitch instead. Then Angwitch can search another follow-up while having the Akhiron as well. And like through a 1-card combo, you've ended on a pop 2, another pop 2, and then you also have the Mace Snatch deal. But if you do want to like pop around 3 cards, you can just use the Memento Fusion earlier, and that summons the Creation King, and then Sleepy summon Twin. And then that way, when Twin resolves, it pops and searches 2, which means the Akhiron will reset itself early because you've already dumped it off Creation King, and then Creation King can pop more cards because you've reborned off Twin, Field Spell, and Akhiron, so you've got a lot more value. So this is the 1-card combo for meowls. I believe this one is 2 draws. Yeah, this one is 2 draws, just like the 1-card Angwitch for purulia, but for Fuwa it is 1. So normally with all the mulcharmies, Fuwa is the lowest value. It's 1 to 2 draws normally. Purulia can be either the lowest value or a high value one, so it's normally like 0 draws to 3 draws, but it never normally gets to 3 draws. 2 is normally the max. And meowls is the same as purulia. So sometimes it can be like on the high end, like through interruptions, you'll give them 3, but realistically it's always going to be 2, or sometimes it can be 1 to 0. But this is the one card for angwitch, so let's go. We just start off with normal angwitch. We're going to be searching for zebra effect, dump goblin, sleepy, mace, angwitch target mace. That's going to be 1 draw. Mace effect, pop, search fusion, and then activate fusion. So we're going to shuffle back these 3, and we're going to summon Creation King. Creation King is going to dump 3. We're not going to be dumping Combined Creation or Akhiron in this line, because we're going to be accessing them through other methods. So we're going to be dumping a bunch of redundant stuff. Here we're going to go Gatic effect, Gatic add back Sleepy. Now we're going to go Memento Fusion pop and search for Bone Party. And then we're going to banish Creation King. And we're going to be searching for Field Spell. Now we're going to go Sleepy effect, Sleepy Fuse. We're going to activate Twin Dragon pop, search for 2 monsters. One of them has to be akhiron, and then the other one is going to be probably Trihorn. Summon Mace, and then we're going to go Field Spell effect so that we can summon the Mace. We're going to go Bone Party, pop the akhiron, and we're going to be summoning Bone Party, pop akhiron. Then we're going to be summoning Darkblade. Then we're going to go akhiron, add back Memento Fusion, and then we're going to go Darkblade pop, summon another name, so we don't have angwitch, and then Mace pop, search for Combined Creation. And then here we can shuffle back 5, and we'll leave these 2 and this. So we put back 5 now, and then we still have Memento Fusion, Bone Party, and this one is through. And this one is for 2 draws, just for 1 angwitch. I believe that you can also, if you wanted to, end on Trihorn in hand. So that way, yeah, so you can end on Trihorn in hand, which means that even if they like nib you here, you still end on like this, that, and this is essentially still full combo, because if you could just pass, and then even if they nib you, this goes to graveyard, you special summon this, and then you can Bone Party pop this, summon Gatic, and then Trihorn target their card. Gatic adds back the Sleepy, and Akhiron reborns itself. And then when this gets popped, it will reborn itself, because Gatic was summoned off Bone Party, and it was sent to the graveyard by a Memento monster effect, which is Trihorn. So you haven't lost any value in bodies, which means that you can just special summon Sleepy, make Creation King here, and then make Creation King, or you can just Sleepy into Twin Dragon, pop search 2, and then activate Memento Fusion, summoning Creation King, and then Creation King pop their whole field. And then that way you get like so much value, and this is like through meowls. Remember, this isn't like the only line. The more Memento engine you have in hand, or certain Memento engine, can make it mean that the mulcharmies do close to nothing. Fuwa is like the most comfortable one for you to play around, because the Memento interruptions are more than enough for decks like Malice and Ryziel. The only decks that it struggles against in terms of the standard Memento interruptions is decks like Memento or decks like Mermail. They have like really high playthrough, but normally like with the 1 card combo you'll always open like 1 or 2 non-engine, which makes it completely fine. But yeah, that's all. So this is going to be the 1 angwitch line through, we'll do purulia first. We're going to be normal summoning angwitch, angwitch effect, a search for zebra, and then special zebra. So we've given them 2 draws, but this will be the only draws that we're going to be giving them. Angwitch is not the best one. There are other cards, but we'll just be going through the angwitch one for now. So you're going to go zebra effect. So this is pretty standard at this point. You're just going to be dumping mace, goblin, and sleepy. You're going to go angwitch target mace, mace pop, search for fusion. So now here it's going to be a bit different. We're going to be putting back zebra and mace. We're going to be summoning twin dragon first. So twin dragon effect, pop. We're going to be searching for akhiron and combine creation. So now here we're going to go twin dragon reborn, sleepy effect to fuse, and then effect of creation king. And now this way, so when we're dumping everything, so we're going to dump Trihorn as well because we want to engrave for the interruptions next turn, and then we don't have that yet, so we're just going to put a zebra back in the grave. So now here we're going to go effect of Gatic, and Gatic adds back goblin. Then here we're going to go banish Memento Fusion, pop Creation King, and then we're going to be searching Bone Party, trigger Akhiron to reborn itself, banish Creation King, and then we're going to be going Bone Party pop, summon Dark Blade pops Akhiron, and then you summon anything here really. Summon Mace. Chain link 1, chain link 2. You're going to be adding back Memento Fusion here, just for extra layering, and then reborning Sleepy. So here you can make proxy fuses these 2 into Baphomet effect to dump, and then make Moon, Requiem effect, summon Lacrima dump Engraver, and then you go Engraver, shuffle back Moon, link them both off into sequence summon Desiree, then link them both off and summon Agmunde. Then you can reborn Desiree and hoping that they bestial it, and then you just make an equip. So you're ending one. You're only not ending on the High King. If you have any other body, you could end on the SP. But this is just through a 1-card combo. You do give them 2 draws just because it's initially, but there's certain combos, and that's just because Angwitch is one of the worst cards to start with through Purulia, as it is a normal. Cards like Engraver make the combo a lot easier to do. For example, like you don't give them any draws from hand, especially if you have one other Memento name in hand. The normal setup that you have to try do is have Sleepy in graveyard, plus like 2 names, and have Memento Fusion. So the whole premise is that when you Memento Fusion to summon Twin Dragon, it will reborn this, and you've searched 2, and then this is going to fusion into the Creation King, and then you get the setup that way. That's a lot stronger to do it, especially for Purulia, and then with meowls it's a bit different, but yeah, that's it for this one.